Greetings, brothers. Greetings, brothers. I say the words of love to you, and I am sharing my love with you through my education. I want to clarify some things on my first video as far as the 9 to 5. When you want to take off, most times you have to ask or tell them to use your PTO, sick time, vacation time. Some of you may not have vacation time. You can't do things on your lunch break because it's only 30 minutes to an hour. So you can't go get lunch, go get your driver's license. And if you can't do it on Saturday, you don't have time. So this is what I meant by the 9 to 5 working in the systematic system that is designed for us to just work. And as I want to touch bases as we go back to the blueprint, visionaries, page 18. A person's frame of reference is not only based upon the ideas and beliefs that sustain him, but also upon his particular social status. Who are you? So, I want everyone to say they're important. Which, in the case of most criminal youth, is poverty. Poverty may be a state of mind. But just because you don't have a pair of gaiters, do you have shoes to go to work? You never know what the future is going to bring if you apply. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Dedication, determination, discipline. Let's do the work. Basically, there are two types of poverty. Poverty induced by the unreliability of a geographical area to produce enough to sustain its inhabitants, such as Ethiopia. We're not living in Ethiopia. And poverty induced by socioeconomic design, which in reality is a form of slavery. For instance, if you were to raise a baby in a room and place everything in that room that baby needed for his survival, that room would be the baby's entire world. Also, if the baby is not touched, it won't feel nothing. It's like a dog that's kept in a cage. Those who know anything about fighting dogs, you keep it in the cage, you keep it away from people so that it's aggressive. And that's the society, the projects. Some of these neighborhoods are like a cage. All of its food will be shipped into that room. His clothes will be delivered to that room. That room will be his school, home, and discove or lounge. If he wanted a Cadillac car, it would be placed into the room. By placing all of his needs into the room, he would never have to venture beyond the boundaries of the room. In essence, he would have been born in that room, lived, worked, and played in that room, and finally, he would die in that room. Some of us are dying in the same neighborhoods that we grew up. We haven't ventured out to do nothing. We would never know who actually controls his room. He would never know who owned the property in his room, who determined the price of food in his room, nor would he know who owned and operated the electricity, gas, and water coming into his room. Some of us don't own anything in our hoods that we've been fighting for. We need to start controlling what is going on in our neighborhoods. And that in turn will keep our kids safe. That in turn will keep our health safe, because the stores that we run will sell the things that is going to benefit our bodies. Probably he would never leave his room and experience what lies beyond the elusive confines of his room. In his mind, he will be free, and the room will be his world. But in reality, he is not free. In reality, he is enslaved to the socio-economically induced confinement of his room, enslaved by the unwritten laws of containment that create the class and racial boundaries of his room. And he is enslaved by the real, though not admitted, self-hatred that the social economic slavery produces. His room and our world is the ghetto. with all of its invisible walls and undocumented boundary lines. Such is the frame of reference that motivates our new generation of poor youth to commit crime. And such is the frame of reference that the vision seeks to destroy. However, the frame of reference cannot be destroyed without the elimination of illiteracy as the first step. Learning how to read, learning how to comprehend, learning how to think for yourself. Because in your society, you may be confined in the boundaries of this ghetto cage. You're provided with your corner store and your 40 ounces and your beer and your unwraps. And you never ventured out. And then you look at things on TV where people are traveling and everything, and you say, I wish I could. Why can't you? You can. You have to go inside that mind of yours and think for yourself, and then you have to expand that and stop thinking on a lower level, because you're not. We are up here. So expand. We must stop illiteracy, think beyond boundaries, so that we can be a power to be reckoned with. And I end with that: love.